the bubble.
Shall I add it on?
Is it 92?
92 I am.
Wonderful.
If anybody had told me that,
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Belfast. Because just before the Blitz came, I made my confirmation.
Right.
And I was beautiful.
And what were you wearing?
I was wearing a white dress and a white veil. And I was confirmed in St Patrick's, Donegal Street in Belfast. I was baptised there, First Communion and Confirmation.
And then when did you move here?
I moved here when the Blitz came and I thought it was in a different world.
From the big city?
Imagine coming from Belfast to go away to Derry.
Why Derry Trosna?
Because there was no, all the evacuations were going there.
Oh, why?
And I'm telling you one thing, when I came from a big Belfast city, and when I went out and seen a wee house with roses, I didn't know where else in the hell. I will never forget it. On in the Derry McCash,
Yeah.
someone knew my mummy or daddy or something, Mrs. McCann, and moved in there. And then we came into a house in North Street, which was a woman living in it. And my mummy only stayed there about 4 weeks. Where we went to have many places, I don't know how she ever done it. My daddy was on the army.
How many was there, Reese?
5
children?
5 children, and she was on her own. My daddy was on the army.
I'm not sure because the war was on.
Well, we never thought much about it, like, you know. In Belfast, we never saw much where I was only, it was 1941, wasn't it? That's only then when I come here.
How did you end up meeting Joey then?
I was allowed to go to the dance one night in Castle Lane, 16 I was. And I met his sister. I don't know how I met her, but I met her somewhere. We all met up at the dance, and then she introduced me to Joey. That was Maureen. Introduced me to Joey, like, but he was already in the notion of somebody else at the time. One of our ones says, you want to catch yourself on, forget about that fella Joe Dorn.
You like the beer?
What?
You like the beer?
He liked the beer?
Mm-hmm.
He sure did. My mummy, if money knew I was going, somebody liked the beer, should have suited up there. You know, she marched me down to me, and Maureen marched me down to me. This was a sister. She says, this is my friend. She says, you can just, I says, I can't dance. I says, and she says, you can go a bit round, do an old time or something. I remember something like that. And he said, he did, I don't know, girls.
So he didn't want to dance with you then, is that what you're saying?
And there was plenty asking me out, but I didn't want them.
You didn't want them?
I didn't, and I fell out with him.
Why'd you fall out on?
I just got fed up. Maybe he thought I liked him too much, so when he thought I liked him too much, I got out of the road. They would walk all over you if you let them. Oh dear, dear. Isn't that funny looking for
It's her lovely auntie.
All of our labels.
To Rosaline, the female version of Benjamin Button.
Wishing you a lovely day with all your family. Happy birthday. Not wonderful.
How do you make a relationship last as long as you enjoy then? What's the secret?
I couldn't tell you, Charlie. Once you have 6 children, you have no time to think of what you're doing.
No time.
Be patient with each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
And understanding.
And if you have an argument, don't let it last too long.
Yeah. Just quash it.
You don't know what this is. It's all photos.
I think that's Vanessa Grainswell.
That's St Paul's.
Maureen was too.
Stacey?
What?
Go on holidays where?
Clockerhead.
Why?
On anywhere.
It's Clockerhead, like
Oh, my
it
dad,
used to
remember
be.
actually? He was more, he got all excited.
Would you say you take more after Nana or Joey?
Half and half.
What traits do you get from Nana?
Control freak.
Control freak. Nana, would you say you're a control freak?
I'm a control freak. No way.
What traits do you get from Joey
That's
then?
from Stacey.
Drinking, loving life, loving parties, loving holidays, loving Christmas. But I wasn't, I'm more, no, I have, not having his ways, more talkative like your mama.
I'm talking if Joey never talked, but I talked plenty, Julie.
I would have thought Joey talked. Well, maybe when he was drinking.
Drinking, he talked a lot.
That's the only time he talked,
No.
when he had a drink on him. Was he good, to you, Sharon?
Of course he was.
Aye.
Both for. Very good childhood. I had a lovely childhood.
And it was very
You
good.
really had.
And quite hard at times, Julie.
Hard in what way? Like money wise, or
Any holidays?
I sat on a machine many a time sewing to 12 o'clock at night. And our Jared come down the stairs. I think I told you this before, did I?
can't remember.
He come down the stairs and he says, I have an exam in the morning and I won't be able to do it if the machine doesn't stop. I says, yes, and if I don't sew, says I, you won't have any breakfast in the morning.
Oh no, it's hard, isn't it?
And then I fell out with him and broke my knee. No,
Why?
I don't know, it just made me, I don't know, I was scared about getting married or anything else or what, but, and I think I done it when he was away. Remember my daddy telling me off and said you shouldn't have done that till that boy come home from the Navy. And I think his won't stop speaking to me and all. And when he did come home, I went to the dance and he never got up with anybody. He sat there and he watched me getting up with people. It came Lady's Choice. I don't know, it was one of our ones. Pushed me and says, you may go down and say something. For he has sat there all night watching you and there's going to be something saying before you go out. What I said, would saying sorry do you any good? The case, I must have been like.
I was going to say, I know he must have really had to work hard to get you then.
I was a very quiet person. I never went with anybody else or anything. And he says, I think you owe me an apology. And I just said, will an apology do you any good? It made. He says, if you tried to tell him. And here's me, I don't know what happened to me. He says, maybe he was scared or something like that. Or like that, you know. And anyway, we got up to dance. And we were coming down. We lived in Edward Street. And we were coming down the street. I don't know what, but our radio son was on the step. And she was running in to tell my mommy and my daddy, the train's coming down the street. I'm marrying in October 55, and I hadn't Jared till 58.
Because he was away in the Navy.
He was still in the Navy. And then 58, and then I had Raymond, I think it was 60. Martin, I think Martin was 62 or 63, and then God help Martin, lost him. And then there was, who else after that, Jim?
No, that's it then, was it? Yeah.
Then the Shack in the Orchard came last year.
Would you say like you're very social now?
Well, I was sort of I was called the quiet one and all the rest of it, but then I did start to socialise, and then when I started going to the dances and all, it was great. But I think I was more shy than Esther or any of them. I was called the quiet one. Always called the quiet one.
It was what would have been the most testing time in your marriage then? What really tested you the most?
Obviously when Martin died, I'm sure. Remember you taking me and Jim away to the boat? On the boat?
When he died, it was... You couldn't explain what you feel till you lose a child. Because it's as if your whole world's falling apart.
No.
And there's not a thing you can do about it. Raymond could never walk.
Yeah.
He sat in a chair till he was 2-year-old. And then he was sent, when he was in the hospital, he took the measles and he was transferred to Portisbourne. And we had to go down with him in the ambulance, for Raymond had to go in a chair, for he wasn't able to walk till he was 2-year-old. He started to crawl, 2-year-old. Remember crawling all over the floor. Then he started to walk. Then he did another operation at 7. And he was learning to walk then. Now wouldn't you wonder how
He was kind-hearted like Raymond.
would you wonder how you get through all that?
I know you do, like.
Just do.
And still keeping your marriage right, like, I mean, I had 6 children and 3 miscarriages.
No. What's the secret then to a long life?
What's the secret of a long life?
Yeah.
Hard work
Hard work. What
And
else?
walking.
and walking. and never having a car.
And our takeaways.
You've never had takeaways, have you?
No.
Always
very
at 3
little.
square miles,
Very
didn't
little, 3 square meals a day.